Hi, everybody. Hope that you guys are all doing well. It's me and Natalie. You're probably used to seeing our faces here on LinkedIn Live. And I'm kind of the special guest popping in here, taking the show away from Miss Natalie. But we're so excited to come on here and really just chat with you guys about why you should partner with Premier or staffing agencies in general. But we are biased to Premier just because we know that we do everything better. But today what we'll kind of do is just have a casual conversation highlighting why Premier might be your staffing partner of choice from the client's perspective. So if you're hiring for your teams, how Premier might be a benefit to you. And then hopefully we can get into a little bit about how that also plays out on the candidate side of things. So Natalie, I'll let you take it over from here.
Okay, awesome. I'm so glad you're joining me. I think the only time that we've actually done one of these together was when we first started this over a year ago. So it's nice to be able to have kind of a coffee connect type of conversation this time. So yes, we're back. I feel like it's been a while. And we would love to just kind of give more context about Premier. What is it that we do? And really from the perspective of many of our followers are familiar with Premier, but we've also innovated so much in the past couple of years, and we have a new way of running business. We have a lot of unique different verticals that we can support with. So we wanted to take it as an opportunity to just give more context on our organization. So Caitlin, do you want to kind of go through some of your initial questions that you had?
You got it. Let me just get myself a little organized.
Okay.
I am dealing with many tabs these days, which is pretty usual, but it's like accelerated. But yeah, we wanted to just kind of start off, I guess, to just give you a refresher about who we are as part of Premier. So for Natalie, she is the VP of Business Development. So really helping manage the primary book of business that comes our way and act as that expert to step in and help with searches, be that elevating them or just pivoting them so they're more successful. So she's just a treasure in that arena overall. And then on my end, I am the marketing specialist here at Premier. So I work a lot with our job boards, just general candidate generation, client generation. Pretty much if your eyes are on our post out there, I probably posted it. So we have a very kind of, if I say so myself, a very good balance of understanding what is in demand from our clients, what our clients need to be successful, and then also how we can use that to be mutually beneficial for our candidates as well. So with that, I guess I would love to just kind of hear from you, Natalie. You mentioned that, we've had a ton of innovation, and you're right. I think that when you're in this space, you forget to continue letting people know, like, hey, we've done this, we've improved on this. So I'd love to hear from you, I guess the top problems that you see Premier solving for organizations and types of, or I guess how we could help any type of organization, whether you're in a startup or even an established team.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great question. I have 3 things that I think would be really cool to highlight. The first of which is that we are national, especially now more than ever. For many, many years, Premier has been in business 23 years. In case anyone wasn't aware of that, we've been around a long time in the Bay Area, in San Francisco specifically. We expanded onto the East Coast. We had offices on the East Coast as well. But since the pandemic, we have taken on so many more national searches, not only for our existing clients, but a lot of new prospective clients have approached us for support on hiring outside of San Francisco or New York. So we've expanded our talent pool, we've expanded our clientele, and we really are learning and have such a unique opportunity to support companies in so many more areas of the United States. So that's number 1. It has been actually really fun and cool these past couple of years. Number 2 is that Premier is typically known for being an administrative recruiting agency, right? Oh, I'm going to go to Premier if I need an admin assistant, an executive assistant, someone in HR or recruiting. However, we have other verticals. And so we really wanted to make everyone aware that we can also support, we basically call them 3 different vertical teams. One is the G&A support function. So that's any operational type of role within your organization, those EAs, HR, admins. We have our go-to-market team. So that handles anyone that's client facing, so to speak. It's a role that would consist of being an account executive, an account manager, someone that's in customer success, someone that's in marketing. So those would be common roles within our go-to-market team. And then the last is our professional services team. So they handle a lot of very high-level strategic types of roles within finance, accounting, operations, but also all of tech. And tech includes traditional IT, but also engineering and product. So that would be my number 2 point, is we can really support an organization from front to back, side to side, up or down. Our sweet spot really are entry-level roles up to director VP. So we welcome the opportunity to learn about any roles that you are looking to hire for. If we're not the right fit, we have a lot of partners that we can refer you to. But that would be a really cool opportunity to, well, what we love about that structure is we can support clients in any different department that they're hiring for within their organization. We can partner with them when they're early stage and they're looking to hire out some of their critical key hires. We can partner with companies that are emerging growth. Maybe they just got another round of funding and they need to staff up their sales team. They need to staff up their customer success team. They need 5 engineers. We have subject matter recruiters that can tackle all of those at the same time for that one client. So they won't have to work with multiple agencies. The last I will say is Ajna, our talent platform. It was created by our founder, Sarah Menke, 2 years ago with the intention of breaking down the biased recruiting barriers. What I mean by that is for many, many years as agency recruiters, we are exposed to nuanced requests from clients asking for things that are very biased in nature. It's part of our job. We're used to it. It's not uncommon for us to hear these requests. That doesn't necessarily sit right for Premier and the individuals that work for our organization. We really wanted to create a talent platform that would allow for more of an unbiased recruiting process with our clients, meaning things are blinded and gated, things that would naturally come to someone's mind with bias, right? Are they male, female? What's their age? There's too many gaps on their resumes. Where did they go to school? What year did they graduate from school? So things that we don't feel are always the most relevant in a job search. At the end of the day, we want to bring it back to what are their skills and qualifications and are they a culture fit? So Ajna is a platform that creates that opportunity for us with clients, but it also is a very robust talent portal that we give our clients access to. You get to come in and be a part of the search process. Obviously, candidates get to go in, they create their profiles, and that's how they apply to our openings. But unique for our clients is they get to transparently go in, reach out to candidates, they can invite them to interview, they can go through the unbiased process, and they can participate alongside of us. It's not just like back in the days where it's us and we take a phone call and they're waiting via email for us to email over profiles. When we're sleeping in the middle of the night, we do have some clients that have done this actually. They go in at midnight and they put in their job. They look at profiles that are a match. It's an AI matching algorithm. They invite them to interview. They set up 5 interviews for the next day, and then they get a placement at the end of the week. So it's a really cool opportunity to expedite the recruiting process, help mitigate bias, and also give our clients more transparency into the process. So that was a very long-winded answer, but essentially these 3 things that I think are really, really cool and innovative, and they make Premier uniquely different than other agencies in the market.
Totally. And I mean, I wanted to jump in many times as you were chatting because totally agree. And I think it's something to consider too, like when you think about traditional job seeking, like you said, it's ripe with bias, ripe with barriers, ripe with, people making those decisions for your career basically for you. And another thing that I think is really unique about our system when it comes to the candidates that work with us is that you don't have to rely on one person passing your information on to a hiring manager, right?
Yep.
You're not siloed by like owned almost by a recruiter who is holding you to themselves because they want you, right? Like it basically in our system, a placement is a placement. It benefits all of us. We're here for the client and the candidate to be as hands-on or hands-off as you'd like us to be. By no means is the fact that you're able to go into our system and pretty much self-service take away from what we do day to day. We're still here to make it a better experience and continue tailoring that for our clients and candidates. But it really just cuts through the muck that kind of is what has haunted us all in hiring for so long. So I think even from the candidate side of things, if you take everything Natalie just said and flip that into how it could benefit you, it really, Ajna, I think in particular, the platform that we use has really helped us take what we always excelled in to the next level. And now we're able to take in those kind of overarching things into account that other agencies might not be doing. Yeah, and I love what you said too about specifically, for example, your background. Pedigree is an important, experience is important. You know, if you had a bunch of contract jobs because you were establishing your career, the lump sum of that time spent learning is what we put forward. So really, again, eliminates those implicit biases that have plagued hiring for so long.
Yeah, one other thing that you mentioned that brought something to mind is that candidate ownership, right? That is very common in agencies, right? Like, I was referred this candidate, they're mine, and they only want to, either the recruiter only wants to work them on their jobs, or they are keeping them from other clients because they really want to land that candidate in that specific job with that other client. Ajna doesn't even make any of that possible because it's AI matching. And like I said, clients can go in at night. They can go in and see anybody in our talent network. So what some clients may question or wonder is, well, what do I need you and your team for, right? Like, why can't I just use a platform? What our team actually provides value in is, like Caitlin said, her team does all the marketing, the branding, attracting talent into our network, building out a robust referral network because referrals are the best kind of hire, and really doing everything we can to attract talent to us. And then, of course, our people do all of our screening and vetting and introduction to Premier, and they help make matches when clients are asking to pivot searches and maybe we need to consult and do something a little bit differently. But our team is actually doing a lot of legwork behind the scenes to make sure that the talent is ready, that we have fit first and talent is ready. So it's not just we're posting jobs, we let candidates come in, we let the AI match to you, and then the client has to do all the work. We actually are doing a lot to make sure that the talent is robust, it's fruitful, and that matches can be possible. Because technology is not always everything. You still need the human element. So anyway, I dominated. I'm sure you have other questions here.
No, I love that. I think it's just, like I said, like I picture where we've developed to as that machine running behind the scenes, like, right? You can like tap into it if you want it. We can optimize your search. We can, make sure that we're customizing every little thing to increase the matchability for your roles with the candidates, and same thing on the candidate side for your search, and really hone in on how to make that better for you and how to make that experience better for you. But if you want us to be heavily involved and kind of continue doing things the old school way, so to speak, we're happy to do that as well. There's just extra opportunity for you to go in, and on the candidates end, you can go in and like a job, and the client can see that you like their job, and you can just connect naturally or organically, and we can be there like, hey, we're here to help schedule, right? But you could just meet. And again, that takes that I think is such a unique thing that's been given to us through this process is we don't have like that candidate ownership that's stopping that, and there's just less barriers to getting you in front of the decision makers. So had to plug that for the candidate side as well. But like I said, you can't improve one process. We can't make things better for our clients without making it better for our candidates. So really all the innovation we've done helps both sides of the equation.
100%. Yep. Yeah. That's a good point.
Thank you. The other question I had for you is, and we kind of touched on it a little bit in the problems we solve, but what would you say, I guess, from your experience, you've worked in staffing in-house, in agency, many different settings. What would you say if you were a client coming to Premier would be the, I guess, features that set us apart from other recruiting firms out there?
Yeah, it would be definitely the verticalization that we have. So being more of a, and I don't even really like this word, but for the lack of a better word, being generalist, right? We can support a client holistically throughout their whole organization versus only just segmenting ourselves into one area. So instead we segment our teams into different areas. So that really helps differentiate us from other agencies. And then really it's honestly the transparency that we give clients, and that our entire talent organization, our team itself, is national as well. So we're able to build out client and candidate networks in other cities and states. We definitely capitalized on hiring talent that was outside of our traditional areas where we had offices, and we have met some incredible people. So we really try to also help consult and guide our clients on the value of considering remote employees, how to really set that up for success, and really the benefits and the pros of considering a remote role or a remote candidate, or even hiring somebody that's outside of that area and offering to relocate them or something like that. But the benefit of talent that is not in their traditional area that they would want to hire for.
Definitely. And to it, the added, I think, layer that Aja provides with all of those, equity pieces and transparency. If you have DEIB goals to meet, we've crafted a platform that will help you navigate that without really needing to think about it too much, and ensuring that maybe the number of hires is also being taken care of alongside we're also meeting your DEIB initiative. So, a lot of really good things just baked into the software that I think has helped us elevate. And like you said, too, we are first and foremost partners with you, and we are here to work towards a solution with you. And sometimes we can identify solutions with you that you might not have thought of on your own to try to lock down that talent, because we all know it's tough out there right now. Definitely a candidate's market still.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, I think we are about time today, but such an amazing conversation with you, Natalie. Highly encourage anyone who's tuning in now or later to give Natalie a follow, connect with her directly if you want to see kind of what's happening in her world, or if you're looking for work right now or hiring. An added layer, highly encourage you to also follow our LinkedIn, as we are constantly spotlighting our hot jobs and clients that we're working with and stuff like that. So if you want to be kept up with the latest, including these LinkedIn Lives, hit that follow button. But Natalie, thank you so much for hopping on today. I appreciate your time.
Yes, of course. Have a great rest of your week.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.